Hey gang, Diana here today with a little trip into the past. I have this old smash book, and it's filled with things about trips to Italy I took, and I can't remember when it was. 2012. I took like 3 trips to Italy and teaching trips, and I have a bunch of artwork. And I'm just going to finish. I've been wondering about, I've seen a lot of videos that are called glue books and junk journals. So I kind of looked at them and they just look to me, I think they're just art journals, not much different. And I think it was what intrigued me about this smash book craze a couple years back. I really thought they were great because it's such a casual approach, and I think the same is true of the glue books and the junk journals, in that there's really no rhyme or rhythm. You just stick stuff in there, and I like that idea a lot. So here's the smash book over here. I think at some point it was a pink one, I believe. I'm not sure. My sister actually sent this to me, and she put Adventura Italiani di Nanny, which, and my family calls me Nanny. If anybody's wondering about my email, that's where that comes from. And so I have this, and I sort of sat down with it. I had some downtime this weekend, and I sat down with it and went through it a little bit. This was the, see, this is the, of course, I know, 2012. So this is 2012. This was the itinerary for the 2012 class, and I did put a bunch of stuff in. We were there in June, which was beautiful, but I really don't like hot weather, and as many of you know, and it was really hot. Niente senza gioia, nothing without joy. Then this was from, I think, the year before when I was there. But anyway, so what I've been doing is I had this bulging folder filled with things that I was just going through and putting in here. And here is the folder or sketchbook somewhere, and I will link. There's a video on how to make a portfolio. I don't know that this has any special Italian references in it, but this was just a pile of sketches and notes to myself. Well, I like that. And ideas for artwork. That was just a little watercolor. Something grabbed me, and yeah, so let's see, another watercolor. Looks like I did a lot of little watercolors while I was there. This looks like Inktense pencil and watercolor. Oh, that was Canio, but that wasn't his name. Anyway, there's a story about him. And I'm looking for stuff to put on this front page, not of this, but of this. And I'm thinking I might cut this down. I'll be right back. Well, this looks like some kind of a landscape I was thinking about when I made this. So I'm just going to continue to sort of go through these papers a little bit. This is from Fabriano. Yeah, that was from Fabriano in Le Marquis, which encompasses the Adriatic, a lot of farmland, mountains, right next to, just east of Umbria. So I'm just going to go ahead and collage something here. I've got the stuff at least winnowed down. It was this huge bulging file of papers, and I had been through this book a couple of times. And the sketches I've set aside. These are probably, this one in particular, I remember that moment, and I have a picture of it. I don't see it here, but you know, those, you know, when people open their windows and hang sheets, or this was a rug, I think, or a quilt, when they hang them out of the windows. There's something about that that just is so beautiful to me. And then some other things that I was working on, sketching, piece I have sketched out, just some ideas that at least I've winnowed that down a lot. And I've also winnowed down and mostly gotten, wow, the important things into this book. It's creaking now, so that's usually a good sign. I've got, oh look, there it is, right there. This is such a busy page that I think I'll probably put something, I could put that ticket right into that pocket. This is a little picture of Dawn. I think these three would go really nicely together somewhere, if I can find a page. The problem with this book was the pages were really busy. And I'm just going to put this down. I'm going to trim that down. So I'm not sure. I do like the whole smash book idea. I like the, if you if you Google or YouTube search the glue books and what's the other one? Junk journal. I mean, I don't think it's just different names for all the same thing. Smash book, glue book, junk journal. This was, I remember that morning too. Okay, dawn reflected in a window. So that's down. I could tape that, but I just as soon leave it to dry and let it be kind of loose. That's fine too. So this cameo, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. This character on a train, I think I talked about him. In fact, I'm sure I talked about him a lot back in those days. This guy I met on a train. He was a young man, and he was really pretty amazing. So this stuff, it doesn't matter because it's not in order, and I just don't really care that much at this point. I just kind of want to get it in here. That, I think that works there. I'm going to put it here. This is on some handmade paper, and just jamming it in there because, you know what, it's like, it's a lovely little piece, but it could sit, it's memorable to me, but it could just sit and not be anything, just sit in a folder, and I'd rather have it in my book. Okay. The Palio, that was a festival. Okay, so I think I would like to stick this in somewhere. This is all Assisi. This is, well, I'm not going to go through everything with you here because it's kind of boring. But this was Florence, so I'm going to see if I can make some kind of sense. It doesn't matter. I'm going to write on top. It's not like Florence is going to change in the next 100 years. Certainly hasn't. so I don't expect it will much. But anyway, that's my take on a glue book or a junk journal or a smash book. Just, if you collect this kind of stuff, don't get all precious about it, and you know, just sit down with your folder and try to winnow it down and stick things in a book. Bada bing. And I will see you guys soon. Don't forget to thumbs up me, subscribe down below, look in the corner for info, and bye.